Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Queen's Wish. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you're to join me today as we talk to Lady Arcella. Over here, you meet a young lady of the Borgen. She is looking at the riotous random assortment of art on the walls. She's so wrapped with fascination that she doesn't notice you are here. She just stares. And I'm gonna silently look at the art. Or at art. In fact, you give it a good look. Your mother made sure that art appreciation was part of your education. Delia loved it. You, less so. But Haven's standards... No, by Haven's standards, this is a clumsy collection of crude paintings because they're rubbish. People here, I mean. The lady finally notices your presence. Startled, she turns and gives an awkward curtsy. Hello, Prince. I'm sorry, I didn't notice you. I was looking at the paintings. Our king has spent years collecting them. Why? Because they are beautiful, aren't they? He wants the Ukatish to be more like the better cultures. Because they're not better, they're bad. They're very bad. Where'd you get the art? A lot of it was traded at Sacramentum when Haven was here. Some was made by the Agriel, some was even made by the Ukatish, though those pieces are mainly in back rooms. I know this was all very expensive. I see. She looks at the paintings, trying to overcome her shyness. Is that how it's written? Finally, she says, "What do you think of it? You are Haven, so you would know how beautiful it really is." Yes, because I am. That's how it works. It was a waste of money and effort. She looks up at you. She's truly hurt. But I know we Ukatish are crude and terrible and really bad people and dirty as well. Still, don't we deserve beauty? Our king brought all this together, and I really... Oh, excuse me. Her mother has entered the hall and is calling her away. She curtsies and runs away. You don't deserve beauty, but that's because you're terrible people. But also, this is not beauty, so you deserve this. That's what I mean. To say, you're awful, all of you. This empty table has been set aside. I'm gonna sit down. You sit down and feast. Or rather, the feast begins. Alas, it is a copy of... What? It is a copy of the interminable diplomatic feasts you hated so much back home. Interminable.
Interminable.
Thank you. Interminable diplomatic feasts you hated so much back home. Why did the Ukatish have to copy this part of your culture? Because they're rubbish. Delia loves it, but you, space ellipses, not for the first time this episode either, Sage Noyal and an assortment of lesser Borgen nobles make brief statements about their desire to work with Haven. The food is careful copies. Oh, it's copies again. I think the game is trying to tell us something about what these copies are. But anyway, the careful copies of dishes from other lands of the known world. Except that they aren't very good, because these people are all awful. They look right. Well, I would think that's the hardest thing to do. Because, you know, they're looking at recipes. So they look right, but they are dull and bland, I suppose, in taste, because they can also be dull and bland in their looks. So I don't know what we're talking about here. And anyway, the moral of the story is that all these people are bad, and they should feel bad. At last, King Borgen the 53 rises. He raises a golden goblet to toast you. I'm just gonna stare. He is taken aback at first. The lords and ladies get very nervous. Then he decides you are just taking part in some New Haven custom he doesn't know about. New Haven custom. It's a new custom. It's a tradition that hasn't been invented yet. He takes a deep breath and begins to talk for a long time. He talks for a long time. He certainly begins, for sure, but he talks for a long time. As he speaks, the Ukatish shift in their chairs. It's like a dance. They're doing a little bit of a dance. Like, shuffle, 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 as he's speaking. No food has been brought out, and they are quite hungry. I'm going to listen to this speech. King Borgen says, while looking at his fellow clan members, "I have been many years... It has been many years since the calamity drove Haven from our shores. At first we rejoiced. We were free again. Our swamps and marshes were wholly ours again. Then the old ways returned. the clan wars, the cowardly attacks of the Ganel and the Brock, the loss of trade, the shortages of medicines and art and books and training and the other gifts the known world brought us because we couldn't make them ourselves because we are rubbish. I'm gonna keep listening. Now Haven has returned. We are simple swamp folk who are also bad. And no, wait, no, we are no longer simple swamp folk, but civilized, ambitious people. Oh, this is quite a turn of events. Quite a turn of events. Apparently they're not bad anymore. We will not be servants of Haven, but we can deal with them as full, proper people, because we weren't full, proper people. We were only 3/5 before. The Borgen cheer. King Borgen nods to you and sits. There is a long, awkward silence. There's a lot of awkward silences in this game. I don't know what makes them awkward, because, silence is the best thing. I know you don't get much silence when you come to watch my Let's Plays, but that's why it's the best thing. It's when you shut me up and it's like, and then I don't talk for a bunch of time, and then you're like, finally. But anyway, they clearly expect you to speak. I'm going to give a threatening speech. I don't know what I'm going to say, but you rise and give a grim speech about the Ukatish treaty with Haven and how you have not been receiving your due. You are angry about the lack of tribute, or so you make it seem, and the abuse your small colony has received. Abuse my what? Come again? First off, I don't have colonies. I have a freaking empire, baby. I don't have a small colony. I have a huge empire. That's how it's going. Enclave, maybe. Yeah, I think, yeah. The word colony, I think either I don't understand what it means, or it means something different in English than it could mean, or should mean, I suppose. Or just people don't know what it means, because I've seen this word misused, even in, like, big names in AAA games. Like, Dragon Age uses the word colony to mean enclave, or to mean outpost, which, yeah. Although I was a little bit confused at first when I criticized it. If you watch my Let's Play of Dragon Age, there's this bit where they say colony, and I'm like, wait, it's not a colony? And then it sort of is, but it's kind of complicated. It shouldn't be called a colony in that game. In this game, I don't know what we're referring to here. They are the colonies, not me. So let's just get this straight. I'm here to suppress them and absolutely conquer them all. That's what I'm here to do. But anyway, finally, Sage Noyal says, I forgot her voice. Thank you, Prince. At least we Ukatish are reminded where we stand. Yes, we know our place because we're rubbish. Let the feast begin. Oh no, it's Dark Souls 3. Servers bring the dishes out. King Borgen nods and then settles down to eat. At this cue... Cue?
Anything that excites to action, stimulus.
Thank you. Yeah, that's how it goes. At this cue, everyone else digs in lustily. And I'm gonna pick at the food. Which is not a thing that impedes you from eating it. But in this case, I'm not gonna eat it. Finally, King Borgen rises one more time. I'm gonna listen to the king. I declare these ceremonies concluded. I and the highest lords and ladies will retire to my throne room to discuss matters with the esteemed Prince of Haven. All others are dismissed. Rapidly as one, all of the Ukatish flow out of the feast hall. The important officials go east. Everyone else goes down the stairs to the south. The feast is over. Now the work begins. No, excuse me. That was the work already. This is work. Where are we going? There's a door. I don't know where to click it, but it is... Oh, I see. This is the throne room. I can't see it very well, but it is. Because I wanted to move the camera to the east, but anyway. This is the throne room of the Home Warden. Again, it is carved out of the living rock. Again, why again? Let's forget the again. It is carved out of the living rock. It is somewhat spoiled by the big random clumps of art thrown everywhere. Borgen nobles are spread around the room, eagerly waiting your meeting with their king. King Borgen 53 is waiting for you on a stool at the north end of the hall. He nods and beckons you forward. Ah, I'm gonna be able to see it then. King Borgen is over there, and there's nothing going on. Can't. It's just lock. Ah, and there's also Runner Flag back there. I want to save before I talk to Runner Flag, because obviously I can't. This massive warrior is King Borgen's personal bodyguard. Oh, I am talking to Runner Flag. He's an enormous muscular swamp warrior, wearing thick drakeskin armor. He scowls at you whenever you get close, which I don't, because look at the distance I'm talking to him for. At last, you are free to talk with the leader of the Borgen clan. He is not unusual for vassal royalty. What? What the hell does that mean? What do you mean being unusual for vassal royalty? He's not, apparently. I don't... Whatever. Once he was a strong warrior. Then years of rich food that apparently now are rich. They weren't before, but anyway. And court life left him slow, sheltered, and detached from his ankles. He doesn't even seem intelligent, because of course he's not. He's rubbish. He was born to his position, even though he was a strong warrior. However, he is capable of arrogance and greed, which you'd expect him being capable of arrogance and greed, considering he was born to his position. That's what you'd expect, so that's not however. So he is capable of arrogance and greed. He rises and grandly says, I am King Borgen the 53, leader of the Ucat lands. I greet Prince Jeff of Haven to my court. You greet me to your court. Not welcome you, greet you. Sure. Hello. King Borgen waits for more. Still hungry. None is coming. None? None. Sure. This informality confuses and irritates him. Still, he recovers rapidly. You had a long, difficult journey to our court. I hope you have enjoyed our hospitality. Now I have a question for you. What do you want to know? The Ukatish are a simple, backward, superstitious people who are bad. This is known. I have worked my whole life to elevate us, taking our better as our models, because they're better than us. That's what it said. Yes, the Borgen nod. Everybody around, not just him. Haven is known for its glories. Tell me, how have you found our palace? It's all I I wanted to be even. I wanted to say it's worse than I expected, but nope. It is all I expected from crude bog people who are bad. King Borgen scowls at the floor because he thought it was the floor who said that to him and not me. Apparently he's talking to the floor now. The Borgen lords politely look away from his humiliation. The sad part is that your words will probably make him hate everything he has built. That's not sad. That's the point. He chokes out a few words. Thank you for your opinion. Now, he grunts, business. We have things to discuss. Yes. Haven has returned to Sacramentum. We expected an envoy, but not a full prince. I just wanted half of one. You have faced some trials to get here. As I understand it, we would like to know your purpose. You are our vassals, I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna say my purpose, apparently. King Borgen sits up straight, suddenly furious at your dismissal. I did dismiss his question, that is true. I have made the Ukatish a civilized people. No, we didn't. You have spent much to elevate we have spent much to elevate ourselves. If you want to talk about a treaty, we will negotiate. We are not children to be whipped. No, that's... Okay, well, I realize you're all rubbish and bad. But also, what? Anyway, the other Borgen look very, very nervous. The king, with effort, calms himself down. So, if you want to talk treaties, let's talk. I would like to know more about you. He looks around at the Borgin. Any sort of intimate conversation is impossible. Still, I don't want that either. Still, he will be polite. I am the leader of the Borgin clan and thus the king of all Ukatish lands. The Borgin are one of the oldest and most prosperous clans. I am the 53rd person to hold this honor. How long has the Borgin clan ruled? We have held the home warren many times in our history. Our current time on the throne has lasted almost a century. A very long time by our standards, because they're like elves. What do you mean? By our standards? What the heck? You're not elves. You don't live longer than other people. Tell us about the other clans. They are all valuable members of the Ukatish, even the troublesome Ganel. Sometimes they are like angry children, but then it is the job of the king to discipline them, and apparently whip them, and bring back unity back. How long have you ruled? I have been king since my father died 20 years ago. I was only a lord when I had the honor of meeting your mother. You met my mother? I had that honor, as I said. She only entered our lands as far as Nakala, but lords like myself journeyed far to meet her. The Ganel earned a fortune in tolls that year. Meeting her was glorious. She was very kind to us, and we tried to make her see that we had value. Did you succeed? Queen Shireen saw us like everyone sees us. Simple and bad, dumb and bad, swamp folk who are bad, to be tricked because we're bad, used and discarded like bad people. He looks around at the art and other luxuries in the throne room. I swore that when I had the throne I would earn some more respect. I have another question. King Borgin sits on his stool, because they can't make chairs because they're bad people, watching you cautiously. He is looking for ways to intimidate, trick, or out-negotiate you. The training you received, what you paid attention to anyways, makes you confident you can outwit this backwater pontate who is bad. So, Prince, what other matters await our discussion? The treaty. Yes, the treaty brought wealth and prestige to the Ukatish, but it also gave Haven control over us. We often found that you treated us with contempt, much like the Achriel and the Vol. The treaty is there, but you abandoned us long ago. What do you want, Havenite? You swamp dwellers think you can defy Haven? King Borgin and his lords seethe in fury at this insult. Defy you? We never did. You fled. You cowards ran from Sacramentum, leaving us at the mercy of our enemies. Our contract is void. He calms down and looks at you in the eye. His voice is cold. That doesn't mean we can't renew it. It can exist again. First, we have to show each other that we have things to offer. No conditions. The treaty stands. Then leave me. The Borgin are wealthy and powerful. We can offer you things, but we will not just submit. We are not the weak, ignorant muck people your mother insulted and dismissed. Return when you are ready to deal. He waves you away. Well, I suppose that wasn't the right option, was it? What do you want? I want to offer you the wealth of the Borgin. As a vassal, we can send you tribute, at least not a bribe, far more than our poor, muddy rivals can pay. In return, we want your protection. We want the help and training of your soldiers, so that we can hold the throne. First, we need to know you are sincere. We require 3 tokens to show that the Ukatish are not lowly creatures to you. It would have been 2, but then you insulted us. Well, I guess there's no option here. Tell me about the tokens you want. I'm sorry. The tokens you want. There are 4 ways you can show the Borgin you will value and aid us. You can give the Ukatish status as a favorite vassal. You can weaken the Ganel to annoy us. No, that annoy us. The ones that don't. You don't need to weaken them. You can help us deal with a troublesome dragon. Finally, you can get our new advanced culture properly acknowledged by Sacramentum. You want acknowledgement? Because I give that away like candy. You should see what happened in the other ones. Yes, centuries of insults from the Vol and the Ahriel are enough. Look around you. The Ukatish are civilized now, strong, worthy of respect. We want that respect, and we want it in writing. What do you mean, writing? I don't understand. Apparently, I don't know what writing is. When the Vol or Agriel are your vassals, go to them and get them to acknowledge that we are their equals. Again, in writing, bring me the document on nice paper, clear and properly signed. That is all. If Haven is as powerful and influential as it thinks it is, getting such a small thing from your vassals should be easy. Yeah, the Dragon Gorge is dead. The Borgen all lean forward as you tell your tale of awesome bravery. They realize that Haven's might has achieved something they have been unable to do for centuries. They look at each other, nervous and humbled. King Borgen the 53 says, "The death of the dragon is a loss. We could still have used it, yet we are grateful. This deed has been added to Haven's account." That is one way of saying it. Tell me about the Ganel. You have encountered them already, I am told. They have always been a greedy, quarrelsome lot. Now they want Haven expelled from our lands. They are speaking, and sometimes even acting, against their king. They must be punished. After Haven offers security and peace to its vassals. That is what I want from you. Okay. Go to Ganel Estate and the seat of their power and take it, loot it, destroy it. Show them what it means to threaten a king. Where's this estate? I've been there. It is northwest of Ganelspan on an island. I don't think they will expect a group as small as yours to attack them. They are only lowlish Ukatish scum. So they will, because we're all scum, yes. So they will be easy prey for a Havenite, right? I'll do it. Then return when their great hall is yours, and we will believe again in Haven's power. Well, that's all I need, I suppose. Then the Borgen thank you for your time, and we wish you a pleasant journey through your swamp. They are very quick to forgive. I'm absolutely pushing them to their utmost limits in regards to... This is the entry. In regards to getting them pissed. And they don't give a damn. They are just like, I don't care. You can insult us all you like, because we insult us even more than you do. So it's like, they're just insulting them time and again. Insulting themselves time and again. How do I leave? Oh, through here. So we're going to kill everybody in the Ganelspan. That's just how it's going to go. That's how it's going to be. So, save the game. Open the map. And where the heck? The Ganel Estate. Not yet found. Ooh. That is curious. Oh, they didn't like me. Right. When I came over here, they were like, "Go away!" And I said, okay. That's basically the gist of it. Signs tell you, okay, there's signs on the road, that the Ganel clan lives on the peninsula to the west. You can see, I thought it was an island. Apparently it's a peninsula. You can see their colony defended by a thick, high wooden palisade. You remember how hostile they were to you back at Ganelspan. Quite an insult. No, it's not. They were hostile. That's what it is. Quite a hostile. That's the one. Their defenses are powerful, They are easily enough to protect them from the crowds of an unorganized swamp runners, because they're all bad. You, on the other hand, are a properly trained and equipped Havenite who is good. Seems like it seems like a tough fight, but a doable one. Probably not going to be an issue. I think we're going to be totally fine. So there's some Mukatish runners over here. Okay. Battle frenzy. None of them is ranged, so they are gonna be toast. Confusion has been resisted. So I need to move 5. This is good. I'm gonna switch my weapon. And I'm gonna attack you. Because whirlwinds are gonna be devastating. I'm gonna switch my weapon and attack you. Good. They have haste. That's a bit of a problem. Can attack you. Confusion has been applied to Mario, which is probably not an issue. Oh. I say it's probably not an issue because it's really Jeff that that we're hanging on. Oh, freaking hell, they have freaking spiders. I hate it so much. More confusion on Mario. A cleave over there. That wasn't very good. Oh, freaking hell. Miscalculated everything. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I miscalculated. I should have... It doesn't matter. This fight is a free fight. So, you attack you there. Yeah, it's the murder that I crave. Yes, yes. Bite me. Bite me good. That's a kill. I just need to be careful with the weapons that my main heroes have. Switch and kill, and we're good. The thugs of the Ganal clan are dead. You continue to have poor relations with these malcontent bad people. Happily, they carry some valuable money. They have some valuable money. What in the world? My god. Okay, so let's go back over here, and that's the reason why it was a free fight, because we could just do that, and that's it. We're going in there in the next episode. For right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Quinn's Wish. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment. Like the video if you want to see the next episode come out sooner rather than later, but above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.